Hello, good evening, namaskar. My name is Vineet, and I'm part of the global employer brand team at HCL Technologies. I'm super excited to be with all of you, and it's going to be a fantastic session, is all that I can promise. Before we proceed with this session, let me take a quick opportunity to run a new brand video, which is all about supercharging progress. Can we have the video, please?
Progress. It comes from having a clear objective, a goal, moving forward unwaveringly towards success. It can be fast, it can be slow, it can be disruptive, but one thing it can't be is stopped. While progress might seem inevitable, breakthroughs come from supercharging it, delivering business outcomes at scale, fulfilling aspirations with compassion, innovating responsibly, finding new levels of efficiency, removing barriers, unlocking potential. Business is always moving, so it's easy to confuse motion with real progress. Whether it's day-to-day success or transformational gains, we supercharge progress to change the game. HCLTech, supercharging progress.
Wow. So, this session is definitely going to be supercharging progress for class 12 students or students who have just completed class 12 and are looking forward for a career in IT. Some of you already know that HCL Tech B has been supercharging progress for class 12 students for last many years. Just to put a number to my the context which I just said, there are more than 8,000 students who have joined and benefited from this program in last so many years. Students who join Tech B pursue higher education with universities like BITS Pilani, Sastra, Amity, and now we have IIM, which is Indian Institute of Management Nagpur, as well as one of our key partners. It is heartening for me to welcome Subbaraman and Dr. Bhimaria Maitri, who will be sharing their perspective on how this partnership between HCL Tech and uh, IIM Nagpur is going to create opportunities for students who are looking to further their career and fast track career for themselves. Without further ado, let me now welcome Subbaraman into this session. Hi Subba, welcome to this session, and I'll take a quick minute to introduce yourself. I have Subbaraman Balasubramaniam, popularly called Subba, who is the Vice President at HCL Technologies. In a world of T20, I think he's the one who is a trendsetter on, or I would say, a test cricketer in HCL. He has completed more than 20 years in HCL and has played part in driving many strategic high priority projects for the organization. He's currently heading TechB program for India, along with numerous other several responsibilities that he undertakes. He has been awarded CEO Club member of HCL Technologies. He's an active member of Madurai CII Forum and is also an avid book reader and an ultra marathoner. So I'm glad to have Subha, you joining this session today. And with this, I will quickly move in to welcome our most esteemed guest today, which is Dr. Bhimaria Maitri. Welcome, Dr. Bhimaria Maitri. He is the director from IIM Nagpur. I'll just take a minute to introduce Dr. Maitri. He is a distinguished academician, renowned teacher, and an astute administrator. He's on the board and member of several national and international projects and forums. He has trained more than 100 vice chancellors and more than 1,000 deans of central and state universities, principals, and head of departments. It is a pleasure to have you, Dr. Mehri, on this webinar today, and I'm delighted to share. We are just getting started, and we already have a supercharged audience out here. There are close to 2,500 people watching this session with you. So, without further ado, I think I will quickly dive into the session. And my first question is to you, Subha, which is about, tell us, why do you went, or what made HCL go into this strategic partnership with IIM Nagpur? What was your thought process? You already have BITS Pilani, Sastra, Amity. Why IIM Nagpur? And are there more IIMs into your mind to bring to HCL's foray as well?
Well, thank you, Vineet. First of all, thanks for the nice introductions. Very good evening, one and all. Good to see you, Dr. Mehri. Welcome again. So it's not just one question, Vineet. I think you've asked like four different questions in that single question. Yeah, but nevertheless, I'll try and answer to the best possible.
Sure.
So, if you take the perspective of anybody that joins an organization, especially a company like ours, after a few years, they normally have an opportunity to get into technology tracks, try and lead teams, try and manage teams, try and set up businesses, and so on. While at the same time, there's enough opportunity for people get into hardcore, just inventing, creating new technologies, creating new tools, platforms, and so on, which is the hardcore technical track vis-a-vis a business or a management track, right? Now, the kind of partnerships that we find in the past, the likes of BITS Pilani and Shastra and MET, are ones which allow a tech B that joins us soon after 12th standard to pursue their technical acumen and try and graduate into technology tracks. Now, we also were thinking that there would be some aspirants. In fact, some of them asked us in our tours around the country if there is any consideration of getting premier management institutions part of the partnership so that they can pursue a management degree or track right from the beginning. We, in fact, went about toying with this idea, deliberating in detail with our teams, saying, should we begin management education right at the start of the career, or
Mhm.
like how it's all done? Should it be more
Yeah.
like an executive education, like 5 years later, 6 years later types? But then, after having discussed with Dr. Mehri and a few others within our company, as well, we did realize that this would be one of the radical approaches that the industry would get to see, because right after typically you get to do graduation and then go to a management program, but when you perform technical work, you start having an appreciation for management concepts, right? So it gets ingrained very deeply in you, and hence we went for this partnership. We're so happy that we have IIM Nagpur on board for this partnership, offering an integrated management program for the aspiring and eligible 12 standard students into
Sure.
Tech B.
Sure. Thank you. I think this partnership is definitely going to be very exciting, and I can already see students putting in their comments in the chat, which we will be taking towards the end. Now, Dr. Mehri, a question for you. How do you see this partnership? I am, of course, one of the most prestigious institutions that we have in the country, and HCL, one of the, running at the forefront of technology. How do you see this partnership? One, at an overall strategic level, and second is from a point of view that, class 12 students who have just completed a course like Tech B would be joining IIMs. What are your views, sir?
So thank you, Vineet. I must say that two best of the best, when they come together, what can happen, everybody can understand. So best of the best academic institution, I am Nagpur, and best of the best corporate HCL technology, these two partnering and symbiosis of these two, I am sure the outcome is definitely a game changer. And
Sure.
since the students, after completion of 12th, now traditional parties, graduation, post graduation, and other things are there, but this is the window opened exclusively for the students, those who join SCL through their SCL CAT, and this is an exclusive opportunity provided for them to they join SCL technology, and that is the window they get to join IIM Nagpur's integrated program. And this definitely a game changer and makes a difference in their lives, and they will get transformed differently and unique way comparing to traditional education. It is a great opportunity for the 12th standard students, I must say.
Absolutely, sir. Traditionally, Dr. Maitri, people who come after class 12th because they are signing up for graduation programs, which is a traditional path that has been laid for them. They come with this question very often in mind. Am I joining the right course or the right program? So I wanted to ask because, we at TechB also face this question every day. Uh, you know, will the program which IIM will offer to TechB students, will it be a regular program, a distance learning one? And do you think all these questions even matter in the world that we live in now?
Thank you, Vinith. I think it is a great question, apt question in this digital world and fast disruptive world. So I'll answer in two ways. Number one, you see, in this changing world, we need three important aspects: the knowledge, the competency, and the capability. Earlier days,
Hmm.
people used to go to college for knowledge, and later on they started going for knowledge plus competency. And today, need of an hour for everybody joining the corporate world is knowledge. Anyway, it is available, easily available, freely available. You need not to go to college. Competency skill has a fixed life, and it will keep on changing as and when technological disruption takes place. And that is where the every corporate world, they are looking such a candidate, the person who can lead the unknown role in unborn companies. And for that, you need a capability. So that is where
Hmm.
this program, I am Nagpur program, this integrated program will provide not only knowledge, not only competency, the more important growth mindset, that is the capacity building or capability building. And that happens because this program is the one program where there is a strong bond between theory and practice. Students will do the live project what they study in the classes. And this program, it is a hybrid mode. Students will be coming the campus every term for a week, and they will study here, and after going back, and the classes will happen hybrid mode. At the same time, they will be physically doing the live project in their respective workplace in SCL. So this is a unique kind of program, and I won't say this is a distance learning. This is not at all distance learning program. It is a basically experiential learning program. And today, if you look at the National Education Curriculum Framework, Government of India is announced, so they are more focusing on experiential learning. And this is the
Hmm.
unique program. It is customized for experiential learning so that any uncertainties in this VUCA world coming, these boys and girls can lead very successfully, and they can bring out the positive outcome out of that. And that is how this program is very unique. And future belongs to this kind of program, not fully face to face and not fully online. This kind of program is going to be the future of the corporate world as well as higher education institutions.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Dr. Metri. I think very well said. And I will re-articulate this for the purpose of candidates who are just joining this webinar. We have close to now 3,000 people kind of logged in into this session right now. So, as Dr. Metri just now said, and this is for the interest of every potential or current Tech B scholar that the world of the today needs not just knowledge, not just capability, it or knowledge or competency, it also needs capability. And that's where experiential learning programs like Tech B comes in very handy. So thank you, Dr. Metri, for that. I'll move on to you, Subha, for the next question, which is about HCL Tech already has partnerships with couple of provider, higher education leaders like Amity, Bits Pilani, Sastra. Do you see a difference in this partnership vis-a-vis others, or do you think it's just one additional option for students made available?
I think it's a very interesting question, Vineet. Um, now, to perform technical jobs, you need to have a very deep understanding of technology. You need to have the ability or the acumen to make that technology come to fruition. Let's say you're doing programming, you're managing some infrastructure through scripts, through tools, or you're trying to do some support applications, you're trying to create a new product from software perspective. Hardcore technology understanding is important. However, the world that we are living in is a very, very VUCA world, right? A lot of uncertainties. Any given moment, you don't know what's going to hit you next, right? There's a lot of risk that you get to see in the system across, right? Now, the ability to deal with these risks, try and convert the uncertainty and use the technology knowledge that you have, manage this uncertainty, and to the end customer, being able to give what is certain that's committed to them is what is the need of the hour, right? You take any industry, it doesn't matter whether it's IT or whatever, but any industry, this certainty to the customer is one of the most important things. Certainty on timelines, certainty on quality. Now, quality you will get by understanding, by honing your technical skills. But how do you manage it or package it in a form where you can deliver it in a certain way back to the customer is where success really lies. And therefore, I do believe that this partnership will help hone one of the very important skills of being able to manage uncertainty and try and translate the work output to be a very certain output through this program for the tech bees. And hence, this is going to be a unique partnership, right? Unlike the other ones, which are very technology in nature, which is very
Mhm.
important, of course, without which you cannot perform your basic jobs. But how do you render these jobs back to your customer, right? Is something that requires additional capability. And that capability comes in the ability to manage the big picture or the business environment, business context around you. That's where the uniqueness of this program comes in. I hope that answers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure, students who are watching this, and we just crossed 4,000 mark in terms of our live audience. So which is really heartening. I think this is also a record for us. We have never crossed this kind of audience. So I think definitely Dr. Metri and IIM Nagpur is definitely of huge interest to the people who are following our page and are on this on this webinar today. Moving to more specifics questions, and then now I'll kind of move very frequently between you and Dr. Metri. When do you think the admissions will open for this program, integrated program? Of course, I understand it is only for people who have completed Tech B program, but when do first Tech Bs get to know that they can now apply? Will it be, let's say, April onwards? This is for you, Subaraman.
Okay, I actually was. So there are two parts to this.
Sure.
One is who is eligible, right?
Mhm.
People who are tech Bs in HCL are the only ones who are going to be eligible. There are
Mhm.
certain eligibility norms. They must have become an employee of HCL Technologies through the HCL Tech B program. Yeah. And then they are open subject to other conditions laid out by IIM Nagpur. From their screening process would be eligible. So we've just forged this partnership. There is some groundwork that is being done in terms of setting up the systems exclusive, because this is an exclusive program, right?
Right.
Only for HCL with IIM Nagpur. The context of the system has been identified, the specifics in terms of curated content, curated courses are being done by IIM Nagpur. And I expect in the next few months, I'll actually prefer Dr. Maitri talk about what date is ready to launch. My
Sure.
look ahead is maybe 2 3 months from now, we'll be ready to announce the first set of admissions. We'll anyway hear views from Dr. Maitri on this.
Sure. Dr. Mitri, want to take it?
Yeah, I think, thank you very much, Shubha. I think we can be ready, the 3 months from now, plus or minus, the program can be, it can take off and we can start the program. It is about, now we are in November. I think as Vinith rightly said, it is sometime in March, April, definitely this program can take off.
Sure, sure. So just to quickly recapture for the audience, the program, which is, students who have completed Tech B program will be available to join and sign up for this IIM Nagpur work integrated program somewhere around March, April 2023. Do keep reach out to your internal announcements within HCL Tech or your respective HR partners, wherein you will get more details about it. Right. Moving further, Dr. Metri, now this question is specifically to you. And this is about there is a candidate A who clears common admission test and joins IIM, just like your regular selection process. And then there is a candidate B who joins IIM Nagpur through HCL Tech B program. From an outsider perspective, will there be a difference between these two people who get MBA from IIM Nagpur or any degree from IIM Nagpur? Will there be any difference?
The B is the Tech B, I
Yeah,
guess, right?
Yes, yes.
yeah. I think we need it is a great question, I must say. And definitely there is a difference. Students who join after 12 and do the foundation courses as a part of integrated program,
Mhm.
this student has a definitely edge over the regular one, because the students coming from traditional path today, currently, if you see, when the first IPM program started in India, one of the
Mhm.
IIM, and
Mhm.
they are more preferred than the regular. It is in the market, it is in practice. So IPM students always have edge over the regular one in the existing the institutions where they're running such programs.
Dr. Maitri, you probably want to clarify what IPM is. Many
Students may not
viewers may
know.
not know what IPM
Yeah,
means.
yeah. So this
Yeah.
is an integrated program. After 12th, those who join 3-year BBA and then MBA. Total, it is an integrated program in nothing but BBA and MBA. That we call it as an integrated program. And
Okay.
integrated program students, if you look at the existing, in India programs are there, they perform better than the regular one.
All right. So, well, that's
Yeah.
a fantastic news and a validation coming from nobody else but director Dr. Metri himself that people who have undertaken integrated program in management from IIMs are already in the market and are already ranked over and above the regular IIMs graduates. So I think it's a vote of confidence for all the tech bees who are looking forward to this opportunity. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I have this question now again for you, Dr. Metri. Uh, Besides the aptitude, which is about mathematics, logical reasoning, what is it that you look through when you are selecting a candidate? One is, of course, the percentile criteria. I understand, and there may be many students, kind of rubbing shoulders with each other on that. But besides that percentile criteria, what is it that IIMs look forward when they select a candidate vis-a-vis somebody who got rejected?
I think while selecting the criteria, after meeting the eligibility criteria, basically we look into the candidate's communication skill, critical
Mhm.
thinking, and the sense making skill, futuristic, and their
Okay.
technical competency. For example, somebody is from IT, Tech B, so their technical competency and credentials. So these are the things we see apart from eligibility criteria while selecting the candidate. Of course,
Wonderful.
interpersonal skills and other things will be generally looked after in any
Mhm.
selection process.
Wonderful. All right. So here, students, you got a sense from, what are the things beside getting that, 99.8 percentile that you need to crack IIMs. That's what is being looked at, and therefore you all should work on those. Now, this question is to you, Subha, which is more about alignment with Tech Bs. Now, let's say a candidate has done Tech B, got selected into this integrated program with IIM. What does a career pathway for this student looks like, maybe once he or she has completed the program from IIMs? Do they immediately move into management roles at HCL Tech, or 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 how do you see their career growth?
I think I didn't see this question coming. I kind of talked about possible pathways in the company, right? Yes. Um, so like I said, the appreciation for management thinking, management concepts, business thinking, enhancing the business acumen are primarily the focus areas of this program.
Hmm.
As one progresses in their career within an IT organization, like I said, there are two distinct pathways. Of course,
Hmm.
there are multiple tributaries to each of these broad pathways.
Right.
When you get onto the management pathway, we as a company, as you know, we don't wait for a degree to find out and evaluate if you are good enough to perform a job or not.
Yeah.
What matters is the ability to perform that particular job. We do
Absolutely.
believe, yeah, we do believe, which is why the Tech B program was launched, which itself is radical in nature. So we do believe that by virtue of going through this program, people will get to see whoever is doing it very rigorously, thoroughly, being a part of the program intrinsically will start showing behavior uh, within the project, within the organization, which help demonstrate such acumen as business leadership abilities, as ability to manage uncertainty, as ability to look at forecast for their line of business in their line of sight. All these
Mhm.
are traits that will get to show up in time, and that will, we do believe, will accelerate the growth that these tech bees would have in the system, right?
Mhm.
Especially within the management career. So the answer to the question is not necessarily upon completion of this integrated program with IIM Nagpur, but
Mhm.
I kind of tend to think that whosoever is doing it, like I said, extremely rigorously, and it's like kind of close to running in their blood types, they will get to see much accelerated growth vis-a-vis the rest along the management lines of leadership within the organization. That's how I will look at it, Vineet.
Wonderful. Great. I think we have covered mostly our, the things that we wanted to. But I think there are some interesting questions coming up. So can we have some audience questions coming in?
Yeah,
Let's take up
please.
some questions. Yeah, sure. There is this question from Sachin from Mumbai. Will there be any entrance exam to enroll for IIM's Nagpur? So I think this has been answered in the past, but Subha or Dr. Maitri, you want to take it up?
Yeah, so there is once the candidate after 12th joined the SCL technology with its own test, then when it comes to the program of IIM Nagpur for Tech B, there they have to undergo IIM Nagpur's written test and personal interview.
Got it. So yes, so to just to recapture what Dr. Metri just said, post completion of Tech B program, you are eligible to apply, but yes, there will be an entrance test and a personal interview which you will have to clear through before you get admitted into the program. Can we have the
Right.
next question? Okay, what will be the duration of this program? So I think they are asking whether it will be a 3 year, 4 year, or that kind of thing. Yeah.
It is a
Should we
5 year
talk?
integrated program.
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Mehta.
Yeah, 5 year integrated program.
All right. Sure.
Just
So
to clarify, yeah, so it's a 5 year program comprising of 15 terms, each term for 4 months, 3 terms in a year. That's
okay.
how this
Okay.
program is structured.
All right. So 5 year program, 15 terms and 3 terms in a year. So that's how your academic schedule looks like the day it starts. Sure. All right. Let's have the next question. All right. Are these degree and certificate programs, will they be of equal value as the degree and certificates obtained from other management institutes and other IIMs? Wow. This is for you, Dr. Metri.
Yeah, it is the degree what others will get IIM degree, it is the same degree.
All
So it
right.
has the same value what other IIM degrees have the value.
All right. Sure. So, yes, students, candidates, please be rest assured that the degree that you get is equivalent at par that you get from any other IIM. So, yeah, means I think this is a great window for you. Let's move to the next one. I think some more coming up in the chat as well. L- What is the eligibility criteria for HCL Tech employees for enrolling into the program? Do they need to appear for CAT, GMAT? No, they don't have to appear for CAT or GMAT, but they will have to appear for a separate entrance test. Is there a specific criteria, Subba? Do we have that in class 12 you should have these many percentage marks? Anything like that?
Yeah, so there's a criteria, and that is part of the Tech B criteria as well.
Okay, okay. So anybody who has joined Tech B, which means they cleared that criteria and therefore would be by default eligible. Okay,
Correct. Eligible to take IIM Nagpur entrance exam.
entrance test. Understood. Okay, I have the one more question which I am putting up. Lot many coming up though. I don't know how many we can take. So this is from Santosh Kumar. How will classes happen with IIM Nagpur? So let's say they have completed Tech B. Now their classes, will it be physical, virtual, hybrid? I think that's the question.
Yeah,
So,
classes will happen hybrid. Every term, 1 week, they have to come to IIM Nagpur campus, and other time the classes will happen uh, online, and they also have to do lot of practical projects, live projects with the company.
all right. There is another one from Suman Kumar. How many candidates will be taken by IIM in this year through this program?
So to begin with, we are planning about 70 to start with, and later on we are going to increase the number.
Okay. So, yes, 70 seats for now, but yeah, probably we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, I don't know if this is a question, looks more like a comment. I got into network engineering department, but I got a in software field, then your company is one of the, I think this is more of a comment, not a question. Any other question? Yeah, I think there is one from Pradeep. Okay, there is somebody who is asking about the program fee for this program. Subha, you would want to take this up?
Sure. So IIM Nagpur's fee structure For the first batch is at 1.3 lakhs per term. So for 15 terms over the 5 years, it will turn out to be 19.5 lakhs. But what they should look at is 1.3 lakhs plus
per
GST,
term.
whatever taxes, per term. That's
Sure,
how they should.
sure.
And
I,
sorry, Vinny, this is directly payable to IIM Nagpur, and this is IIM Nagpur's fees,
understood.
tuition fee.
Understood. So just like Subha, we have a tuition policy, tuition assistance policy for some programs. Will that benefit also be given to candidates who join IIM Nagpur?
Exactly. Whatever benefits exist within the company for higher education with other education providers, the same thing will be extended to IIM Nagpur as well.
All right. So just for students' benefit, there is a portion of your program fee which is funded by HCL Tech, which option is available for all other service higher education providers. The same benefit would be available for you if you were to join this program from IIM Nagpur. All right, I think we are mostly done with the questions with respect to this program. So I think. Somebody has a question, entrance exam in how are you, what kind of questions? I think the question is what kind of questions will be asked in the IM entrance exam, since this is not going to be a typical cat exam. So Dr. Metri, would you have a take on this?
No, this is there are. I think all of you know that there are large number of entrance exam. It is one of the entrance exam for the we check the like any other entrance exam. It is like CAT is also
Okay.
one of the entrance exam. We have similar kind of entrance examination, and
All right.
the questions and all probably once they experience they will come to know.
Sure, sure. So yes, I think for students, I think we can exclude this question. What is the syllabus? So just like you prepare for all other entrance exam, that is how you should prepare for this as well. I think we are at the close end of this session. We have covered mostly the topics and the questions that came from the audience. But before we conclude, I think a piece of advice, Dr. Metri, that you would want to give to these Tech B scholars from your experience. What is your version of a good career? How should one, people, class 12 people are just getting out of their schools. They have a long career pathway ahead of them. What is that advice that you would want to lead these students with?
I think the class 12 students after completion of 12th, this is a great opportunity of window, and probably the competition in this area after 12th getting into corporate life and coming back to the academic institutions like I am Nagpur. This is a unique opportunity for the students, and this will also take them the certain life towards the corporate bright career, like any other program. And similarly, students, this program is customized program, unique program students do after 12, and they have a very strong foundation course, and they have core courses, and they have a theory and practical blending and right balance is there. And that is how this program students will get a multidisciplinary perspective. Even though the focus is on IT, they will get the multidisciplinary perspective, and they can see 360-degree, and that helps them to be a great decision maker, a great leader in the field of information technology and in this disruptive world.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Metri and Subaraman, for joining us into this session today. It was really about supercharging class 12 students. So I'm sure all of the 4,600 people who logged into this session today at least took away something that they can benefit from. With this, I think we come towards the close of this session, and I really appreciate your time, Dr. Metri and Subaraman. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing the perspective that will definitely help the students. And for students whose questions remain unanswered, please leave in chat. We'll reach out to you one on one and try to answer as many questions as we can. Thank you, everybody, and have a great evening ahead. Thank you.
Thank you all. Wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.